I'm joined by the champion of the champions bracket, Hikaru Nakamura. Congratulations, Hikaru. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty intense final game. I mean, I thought that basically I played a great match for the first three games between the two classical and then this last one, between the first blitz game. But I let this last game get very, very messy. I mean, a lot of credit has to go to Fabiano for finding this D3, D2 maneuver, because already in my mind I thought that I was going to draw the game at least and have no issues. But he found a way to keep the game going, and it got very tricky at some point. I think it was always probably a draw, but there were a couple moments in the scramble where it felt like maybe I could go wrong and end up in trouble. But I found this queen d4 move at the end, which sort of saved everything. So, yeah, it's good to win the champions bracket.
Yeah, there were definitely some swings in the eval bar, so I think tactics were missed. I want to ask you, do you get nervous in these situations?
Well, I mean, nervous is all about knowing that if I get too low on time, my brain doesn't function the way it once did. So I think that that's more of the overriding concern. You know, there's a famous quote, of course, which is the threat is stronger than the execution. And I think that the concern or the worry about getting too low on time is on my mind perhaps a bit too much. But I think that the decisions I made were pretty good. I think maybe my time usage wasn't great at the beginning of the second game, but once I started playing with flow, it was all very good. So I think overall I'm fairly happy with how I played.
Mm-hmm. Now I have to ask you again, because from a viewer's perspective, this was so much fun to watch. Mm-hmm. Are you finally having fun winning all your matches?
I mean, I think I said this, I've more or less said this the other day. I mean, again, like Levon has said this to me, I think Fabi feels the same way, which is that, you know, basically, the classical games feel very serious, and then everything else is more or less for fun. So, like, I remember when I was younger, I used to play quite a bit of pot limit Omaha, which is a variant of poker. And I remember the saying was basically what you're trying to do is, you know, you're playing these 60-40 situations, you're never a big favorite, and all you're trying to do is not make a huge mistake that costs you your entire stack, whether it's a cash game or a tournament, but like, you're trying to avoid the big mistake. And I feel like in general, that's my view in classical, is that it's like you're trying to avoid the big mistake, and if you can avoid it and draw or whatever, it's all good. And then the blitz or rapid is just whatever. You know, as I told my second Chris before the games or before the match started, you know, I felt that there was basically 65% chance that Fabiano would make a huge blunder and 35% chance that I'm going to make a huge blunder, and it's just a matter of who makes the huge blunder. And ultimately, it was Fabiano. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. Also, I get a rest day, which is quite nice. So it's all good.
Now, yeah, with the rest day, what are you going to do tomorrow? Just take a rest? Are you going to stream it all?
I mean, I definitely won't be streaming tomorrow. I think, actually, wait, tomorrow's Friday, right?
Yes.
I could do that to make
Freestyle Friday.
Yeah, I can make everybody upset and start playing the freestyle tournament.
Sure.
Oh, he's like changed his mind on freestyle. He loves it now. When obviously that's not what I've said at all. But anyway, I don't think I'll be doing that. I'll probably just be relaxing. Of course, I have my stepfather here, my wife is here, and my second as well. So I'll go and eat a nice dinner tonight, and then tomorrow I'll probably do anything but chess. So it'll be a nice break.
And final question: favorite meal in St. Louis or favorite restaurant? It's
funny you should ask this question, because last night, you know, I was talking to my second Chris Littlejohn, and we've been making reservations on Open Table since 2015. And there's been so many restaurants we've gone to over the years. So I have a list of restaurants, including ones that I started going to in 2015. So I'll say a restaurant more than a specific meal. Let me think though. Which one is my favorite? Which one's my favorite? So. Let me think.
It's hard to choose. There's a lot of good food in St. Louis.
The names are are at the top of my head. I'm just trying to figure out which one's my current favorite. There's this one, I think, like Sea and Land and Water. This restaurant out in the burbs, which I really like. I mean, the Bristol is another restaurant that I've been to many times over the years. There's also a sushi place that I went to, which I think was maybe. I forget where it was. It was somewhere I think south of St. Louis. It was really good that I went to a year ago. That one I don't remember the name. But
maybe Sado is very good here. Sado.
Well, I mean, it's like 20 minutes drive though. It's like a really small place. It's like there are like 5 tables. There's this you know this white gaijin guy who went to Japan who speaks Japanese. I'll get it for you. I mean, whether it's tomorrow or the next day, I'll get the name of the restaurant so I can at least give them their props. But they were very good. But overall, there are just so many good restaurants, and I actually. You know, it's fun to come here year after year. Some restaurants remain, some have left, but it's been like 10 years of great food, so I enjoy my times here.
Well, sounds good. I hope you can find some good food. Congratulations again, and we'll send it back to the studio.
It's tough. It's tough. There's just a lot of great restaurants here in St. Louis.